Hey, it's the 2022 CEO Sense Summit. I am your host, Sha Cannon, the fractional COO, that's Chief Operating Officer. And what I do is I support small business owners into knowing how to make sense of their business so that it creates and funds their freedom, okay? Creates and funds their freedom, and I lead by example. My freedom looks like living and working my business from anywhere in the world, and that journey started off in Belize. I lived in Mexico for 3 years, and I am currently in the beef and tango capital of the world, Buenos Aires, Argentina. Okay, so that's what your girl has been up to, right? Exactly, right? So the key things that you need as actions to lead to transformation in your business is what I'm all about giving to you, okay? Let me tell you about this event. It started last year. Last year, I did it big. I don't know if I'll ever do it that big again, but to celebrate my 50th birthday, I gave you 50 sessions of value. Do you hear me? 50 sessions. We had 10 sessions a day for 5 days. The first day, I taught you how to do your CEO life design. Okay. If you're liking this life that I lead, I talked about some of the things that lead you to whatever your freedom looks like. And then the remaining 4 days, I went into my 4 M's of operations. Okay. It's all about resources, how to manifest them, how to manage them, how to monitor them, and how to maximize them. So that was last year. And by the way, if you're a VIP this year, you get access to all of those sessions. Okay. Just remember that. All right. So this year was a roadmap to transformation that has been dubbed Super September. Okay. Do you want to know why? Because it included 5 weeks of challenges. That's why. The first week, we talked about get more done, where I helped you to manage yourself and your time. The second week, we talked about get more money, where I helped you to put money making activities into that newfound time. The third week, it was get more reach, where I helped you with your content. Fourth week was get more momentum, where we talked about know your numbers so you can go forward faster. Okay. And last week, we talked about get more digital. Okay. Get more digital. And that's why this today, I can't wait to talk about that today, but I'm jumping ahead of time. So this summit, this time, we have a focus called managing to get more out of your small business. Okay. So we're on day 2, but yesterday we talked about managing your business growth. Today, we're going to talk about managing your business technology. Tomorrow, managing people. Thursday, we're going to talk about managing you, the CEO. And then Friday, we're going to talk about managing scale. Okay. Now, again, welcome to day 2, where the theme is managing technology so that you can get more out of your small business, right? So we've been talking about this digital divide thing, right? So I had to reach out to my digital technology friend, my super friend, Dr. Kimberly N. West, okay? Because Dr. West, okay, is a former Microsoft engineer, okay? Microsoft software engineer is what that is called, right? And she still advises Fortune 100 companies on how to use Microsoft, right? And in fact, if she would advise us, then we probably could stop paying for some of the stuff that we're paying for, because Microsoft has it all in there. But we're not going to talk about that, because even I need to get on her calendar. But she also coaches women that are age 35 or older to live a luxurious life outside of the United States, funded by their own lucrative business. Does that sound familiar to you? That's why we friends. We are soulmates, because that's what, you know what I'm saying? I live outside the United States.
Yes,
It's
that is
funded
it.
by my business. Look, I might want to make it a little more lucrative, because I'm going to be paying attention today, right? So Kimberly, Dr. Kimberly West, did I leave out
Hallelujah.
anything that accolade? Did I leave out anything you want the people to know about you?
No, we're good. We're good on that. They can read my bio later on if they want to know more about me. Let's get into what we are here to get into. Let's get them
Exactly.
the information that they need.
See, I told y'all, all my friends are like me. We get to the point. But before I jump into it, I just want you to look at that t-shirt she has on. Could you move the luxurious crown? Normalize luxury, y'all, the luxury expat. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna stop playing. Okay, so let's just dive in, right? So all last week, if you are a part of the Get More Digital Challenge, what you understood was I talked about what I call the small business digital divide, right? The difference between small businesses and larger businesses is usually they have more capital, they have more people, they simply have more resources. And technology can kind of help you to close the gap of that divide and be more successful and have more success, right? So that's why I touched Dr. Kimberly, because I want her to kind of break some of this stuff down to us. So Dr. Kim, jumping into it, what is the baseline tech that small business owners need, right? Like if they don't have nothing else, what are some of the technologies that they need?
The absolute basics you need are three things. And I'm going to tell all you small business owners, first of all, start out slow. Don't buy everything. Don't buy into the shiny shit syndrome. Okay? It's shiny. It looks good. They tell you it's going to do everything for you. Dead that. Just be focused. So the three systems, the three things that you absolutely must have in order to run your business are a way to deliver your product or service to your customers. That's number one. Okay. A way to get paid, because this is not philanthropy. And a way to stay in touch with your customers. Over and above that, anything else is ancillary and it's gravy. But those are the three absolutely necessary systems that you need in order to run your business. But again, we get bombarded with all of these ads. Hey, Facebook ads, and you can do this on TikTok, and you can buy this, and you can do SEO. And nope. Start with the basics. Get your basics down. Start to make money with your basics, and start to make the money that you need to fund purchasing all of those other ancillary and those little shiny products. But those are the three that you need. You got to get paid. You got to deliver the service or the product, and you got to stay in touch.
Let me tell you something. So what I love about that is I know that my small business owners and my future small business owners, what y'all do is y'all go on AppSumo and buy everything you think you're going to need in the next 50 years.
Ma'am.
May or may not even use it. That might not even be what you need once you get into your business. Yes, I'm calling it out because I know some of you personally. So stop being a tech hoarder, okay? And start with, like Dr. Kimberly is teaching us, we need those three main kind of technologies. And then as our business grows, right? As we grow in business, then we know what we need and we buy what we need as we need it. So I love that, because I need some of y'all to stop playing at business. See, some of y'all over there buying off AppSumo in lieu of doing the work of business.
Exactly. And one of the other things that I tell my clients also is that if you're looking at a piece of technology, before you even buy it, what are your basic needs? What do you need that piece of technology for? Do a risk analysis, do a needs analysis. Why are you buying this piece of software if you don't even, number one, know what it does really, and if you don't know how to work it? So we talked about that last year. That was one of the things that you need to do is audit your technology. Take a look, what are your needs in technology, and then get a product that matches your needs. Don't match your needs to a product.
Yep. She told y'all, but no. No, seriously though, we need you guys. Like, and if you have already started hoarding tech, right? If it's not lifetime stuff and it's monthly stuff, you're paying monthly for tech that you're not using. Please go back and cut it.
Yes, cancel that subscription.
Cut it.
Yes.
Okay. You need to cut it. All right. So what we know is, especially that some of our small business owners are like jobpreneurs, right? Some of them are still having jobs and trying to start up their business. Some of us are even full-time entrepreneurs, but we have husbands and children and other things to do. And so time is money, right? Yeah. What is the tech that you recommend so that our small business owners can save time?
To save time, there are a couple of things that you need to do. And I'll be honest, even though I'm jet setting all over the planet, really, in fact, it came down to BA to see you on a little 36-hour trip not too long ago. But I have 4 companies that I run. I have a dog, I have a husband, and I have a 14-year-old, and I also have a 27-year-old. Yeah. And I have a mama.
That's right.
And I love her to pieces, but she takes a lot of time as well. So my time is limited. I get most of my work done in airports, on airplanes, long haul flights, the whole 9 yards. What saves me time? Number one is automating your systems. And there are so many different ways that you can automate your systems. I mean, everything from the client acquisition process to the client nurturing process to the way that you deliver your services, all of that can be automated. The way that you onboard your clients, the way that you offboard your clients, All of that can be automated. All it takes is a little bit of time for you to think through your process, diagram it out, and then find a tool that fits your needs. See how that goes back to our first point?
It does.
It absolutely does. So automating your systems is a huge time saver for me, and it's a huge time saver for a whole lot of other people. Something else, calendar app. Instead of going back, and I know this is basic, but it's amazing how many people do not have this, and some of them are free. Having a calendar app, instead of going back and forth, hey, what's your schedule like on Tuesday, or can we meet on Thursday, and trying to go back and forth with that, just send somebody the link to your calendar. They can self-schedule. It's a huge time saver. You don't have to go back and forth on that.
Exactly. I love it.
Another piece of tech that saves time, and I have gotten into, and I have a link for everybody if they're interested in trying it, is artificial intelligence copywriter. A good artificial intelligence copywriter. Now you may be asking me, well, what exactly is that? It's basically a piece of software, it's online software that writes copy for you. It can help you write blog posts. It can help you write Facebook ads. It can even help you write your emails. You name it. I mean, even scripts for videos, scripts for your courses if you're delivering courses. So much stuff that it can help you deliver. The amount of time that an artificial intelligence copywriter has been saving me over the past 6 months is absolutely phenomenal. It's also saved me a lot of money in copywriting fees. So if you're a copywriter out there, I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. But an artificial intelligence copywriter does not take the place of authentic copywriting. So please let us not get that twisted. But what it does is it provides you a construct. It helps you have a starting point where you can write all your copy. So I'll go in and I'll give it some criteria and I'll knock out maybe 10 blogs in one day. So, you know, before that, it would take me, what, 2-3 weeks sometimes to knock out 10 blogs?
Yeah.
Now I can get this done in a day. Huge time saver. So those are my big three: automating your systems, calendar app, and artificial intelligence copywriter.
Cool beans. And guess what? VIPs. If you are a VIP and you got that super duper resource list, you got a list of AI copywriters on your list. Okay.
There you go.
Bunch of stuff, bunch of technology on there in that resource pack to help you out. So, okay, yes. So we talked about time is money, right? And so speaking of money, what tech specifically, kind of like the AI one, right, will help small business owners save money?
The AI one is a huge one. That to me is helping me save so much money.
It is, because you know what, Dr. Kimberly, what we know as small business owners is because we don't have these huge advertising and marketing budgets, we have to create content. We have to do content marketing. We have to do this organic marketing. And the first thing that we always think about is, I don't have time to do that. And so that's what makes the AI such a time saver.
So, a huge time saver. So that's in both of my buckets for save you time as well as saving you money. Yeah. I was going to say one more, but now that goes into a different category. So I'll let you keep going with the flow of the questions.
Okay, no problem, no problem. Okay, so we already also mentioned that if you just audit your time, audit your tech and stop paying for stuff that you're not, using, that can save you money, right? Or if you just stop going and buying what did you call it? Shiny shit.
I call it shiny shit syndrome. Stop, but look, just because Brendan Bouchard or Gary Vaynerchuk, or I'll even say, just because somebody says that you need to go buy it, does not mean you need to go buy it. Does it have a use in your business? And the thing is, people are always like, well, if I buy this new product, then it's going to help me catapult my business to the next level. No. You are the thing that catapults your business to the next level. It can't be a tool. A tool can only help you do that. It is not the catalyst. It's not what's going to push you over the hump.
I love that. I love that. Because I feel like so many business owners don't understand that their business is really a living, breathing thing, right? So what you think your business is going to be when you go into business may not be what it ends up being. And it has these different lives that it takes on and how it changes. And so that's why you cannot buy this stuff thinking you're going to use it in the future, because the face of your business may not even be the same. It just might not be the same.
I know my business. I mean, the same set of tools that I started out with, are not even close to the set of tools that I use, right? In fact, I don't use anything that I started out with. I was able to segue and morph into more advanced tools. Different and more collaborative and better quality tools would come along, year after year. So the set of tools that you have now, you're not probably going to continue to use, but you're still going to need a way to get paid, a way to reach your customers, and a way to deliver the product or service. So
yeah,
just
that
keep
never
those three
won't
buckets
change.
in front of you.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so most small business owners don't have their fingers on the pulse of technology, right?
Yeah.
Now you do, because you're all tech, right? I mean, you're the techiest of the techiest for me. And so I thought I was techie, but no, you are the techiest of the techiest, right? And so what is some tech that's out there? Just like, when you talked about the AI, people didn't even know that there's like AI out there that can I money bet most people listening to this did not know that, right? And so what else comes to mind when you think about uncommon or unknown tech that is like hugely impactful for small businesses?
There's a lot well, okay, we just talked about the AI copywriter. There's a brand new AI service that just debuted now that does AI courses. So basically you feed exactly, just debuted, not even a month old. So you basically feed it some information. It starts out by helping you develop a script. And then after you develop a script, it then goes out and it creates the video and the screenshots and all the stuff that you need for you. And it's a little kludgy right now, but it's phenomenal how it does this. So now, not only can you have your copywriting done by AI, now you can have imagine an entire course that you can create within, a day, 5 or 6 module course, and within a day, and how quickly you could get that to market with artificial intelligence. Ooh. So that's one of the new ones. Something else that we see all of the all-in-ones. I mean, everybody's familiar with, well, almost everyone is familiar with ClickFunnels. And if you're not familiar with ClickFunnels, then you've got Kajabi and you've got Samcart and you've got, what's the other one? Kartra.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes. So there's another one also called Entreport. And I've all of the ones that I just mentioned, I've tried all of them. Every last one of them I have been on at some point. Entreport is also one of those kind of like all-in-one business solutions. But what I'm finding about Entreport is that I can run multiple businesses off of one subscription with Entreport, as opposed to having a subscription for each one of my 4 businesses. And after, as you start to grow, that can be really pricey if I have to have a subscription for each one. So I have their highest subscription for small business, and I can run all 4 of my businesses. So basically what it does is that I can sell product from it. I can do email nurture sequences, the whole email marketing module. I'm able to do that. I am also able to create surveys. I can have affiliate programs. There's a whole bunch of things that I'm able to do with Entreport. The other one that I was thinking was, and now of course it escaped me again. Anyway, what happens when you get old? So that's another piece of technology that is kind of making more and more noise, and they're constantly adding new features and new tweaks to it. So they're very proactive about upgrading the technology. So that one, if you have multiple businesses and you need that kind of segmentation, because I can segment it, I can have everything for magnum opus and then global gastronome and then the luxury expat. It's all separate, but it's in the same bucket.
Love it. Love it. Let me ask you this. Where are some places that us not as techie as you can kind of keep just at least a little bit of a finger on the pulse? Are there any podcasts that you recommend? Are there any journals, newsletter lists we need to get on? Is there anything like that that's not too techie, right? But that can kind of give us information that won't overwhelm us when we kind of stay in the know of tech?
Well, here's the thing. AppSumo is actually a really good place to be in the know of tech. You don't have to buy everything on AppSumo. You can just look. I promise you, it won't hurt. So AppSumo is a great place because they have developers that are on the bleeding edge of technology. So that's a great place for it. CNET is also another place. CNET, just the letter CNET. They have a lot of they have a lot of reviews. So you can see what product is best. And it's not only software and small business, but it's also hardware, it's drones, it's a whole, I mean, just anything technical. And they write it in regular people speak. It's not in techie speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not in techie speak.
That was perfect.
Yeah, that's a good place. And then there is also the Social Media Examiner, because we are business owners and it's something that we need to know what's going on in social media, what all of the tweaks are. You know, if what Facebook is going to change the algorithm or something, we need to know about that and when it happens. So Social Media Examiner, not only do you find out about the tech and what's going on, but they'll tell you what's happening behind the scenes of all of the social media stuff. So that's a great place too.
I love that. Thank you so much. And
you are welcome.
Before we get out of here, I got one more thing I want to ask you.
Yes.
What do you, because what I know is a lot of small business owners are afraid of tech, right? They just feel like, you know, I don't know nothing about that tech thing. I'm just going to try to do it how I know how to do it, that type of thing. And what we know is that's why companies like Polaroid, Blockbuster, what is it, BlackBerry, all of them went out of business, right? They didn't want to lean in to the tech of the day that was coming up. And so what do you feel is the biggest mindset shift that us not so tech people need to make to not be afraid to lean in to tech to change our business?
The biggest mindset shift that you need to make is, and I've been telling this people probably for 20 years, it's not as difficult as they want you to think it is. Technology, the manufacturers of technology, and having worked for several, but the manufacturers of technology want you to think it's really difficult because it adds an air of mystery and it also adds an air of exclusivity to their products. I promise you, it's not. It's really not as difficult. You don't need to go and invest in a $2,000 certification program to understand the technology. Most of the manufacturers have free training programs if you just dig a little bit, just dig deep enough. So don't be intimidated by the technology because it's really not as difficult as they want you to believe it is. It's quite linear. It's very logical. Technology has to be because it's based on numbers. So the intimidation factor, don't get flustered. I promise you can absolutely master the technology that you need. And if you don't, then go hire somebody. Hire a college kid. If you can't afford, you know, one of the larger consultants, hire a college student. Better yet, find one of either your kids or somebody else's kids. I can guarantee you one of those kids knows how to work the technology that you're looking to work very well, and you can pay them a reasonable rate. But it really is not as difficult as the manufacturers want you to think it is.
Man, now that was great for a mindset shift because, yep, we out here dodging stuff that we feel. Because I'll be honest, when you said entrepreneur, I was like, "Ooh, what?"
I know.
So now that I know that you can run several brands on it, that's one of the values of it. You know what I'm saying? Now I can go look at that. And I'm a little more techie than most people, but when you said entrepreneur, I was like, "Oh my God, not entrepreneur." But yes,
I know.
But what I'm missing out on with having that mindset, which is the wrong mindset, is I'm missing out on all the functionality that I can expand my business and make more money, right? And so thank you for that mindset shift, because that's exactly what I need for our people listening in, right? I want them to make that shift so that they make more money in their business. They save more time, they save more money, and they make more money. And so thank you so much for giving us all of your great expertise.
You're so welcome. I got one more for you.
Oh, yes, I'll take it.
One more tip, and I, unfortunately, especially having been in technology for so long, back up your computers, people. Back up your hard drives. I don't care if it's a physical backup, if you're backing up to a hard drive, or if you're doing a cloud backup. I have witnessed more business owners lose an entire business, lose all of their data, their documents, their proprietary product because they do not back up. Make the investment in a backup system for your business.
I don't know why you had to call me out because you knew about that time I didn't back up my computer and lost everything on my computer in Mexico. I don't know why you had to call me out. I don't
see, I wasn't naming any names. I wasn't going there, but you know.
But at least I didn't lose my business, right? I will say
Exactly.
that it was kind of scary, right? Because
Yep.
as you know, I was calling all the tech people in Mexico, like, help me, like all my stuff is gone.
Yep.
But the great thing about it is my personality as a generous person. A lot of the things that I needed, I had shared with people over the years. Because when I
See,
create stuff, I don't keep it to myself, and I don't mind seeing other business owners win. And so almost anything that I needed to go get, all I had to do was check my email because I remember sending it to somebody. So that was a great base when I had to restart. And so, but yeah, you're right. That backing up, you could lose
yes.
all the things, all the things.
Not only back up your hard drive, but also most people don't know that you can do this. Back up your Facebook profile.
Okay.
Back up, because all those pictures that you have, all those posts that you've made, sometimes your marketing stuff, you can also go into Facebook and back up your profile. But please start backing up all your stuff.
Yeah.
Social media profiles, but especially your hard drives. Get it?
And your website, right? And your website.
And oh gosh, that should be an automatic. Please back up your website.
Yep.
Yes.
Every time I make a change to my website, I'm backing up. I might have backed it up before I left out of the back end last time, but before I get started, I back it up again just to make sure.
Just to make sure.
I've been traumatized with the backup thing. So
yes.
So thank you for all of this great information. Where can the people find you? Because they need to stay connected to you.
We'll make it really easy to find me. You can find me at Kimberly N as in Nancy West.com. And you can find everything that you need to know about me and how you can work with me.
Love it. Love it. Thank you so much.